Hola, buenos días, buenas tardes, buenas noches. Mi nombre es Joshua Cruz. Soy de Gómez Palacio, Durango. Soy un Gómez Palatino que actualmente estoy radicando en la ciudad de Denver, Colorado. Y durante mi estadía aquí quiero realizarles y mostrarles una serie de videos en los cuales ustedes podrán ver todas las actividades y conocer todos los lugares que se pueden visitar en este bello estado de Colorado. Ya llegamos aquí, vamos a caminar para la entrada y vamos a ver qué tal. Vamos a ver cuánto cuesta.
One ticket?
Yeah, just one.
27 from 40. It said 27, so there is 13 back and a ticket.
Right. Okay,
Have a great time.
How much does the door look like now? Thank you for responding. Oh, Jack, how embarrassing they showed up wearing the same outfit. One of you is going to have to change.
E-tickets with the barcodes up right here.
Hi.
Hello. Thank you.
Thank you. Bueno amigos, aquí estamos en este festival medieval que se celebra en Denver, Colorado. Es una de las primeras atracciones que les voy a traer para que vean y visiten. Esta atracción solamente se encuentra en los meses de julio y agosto, que es cuando está el verano. Pero bueno, vamos a ver qué tal. Aquí les dejo el video y espero les guste. Aquí vamos a descansar un rato, esperar el próximo show, descansar un ratito, refrescarnos y para continuar. Realmente ya dimos la vuelta a todo el parque, solamente estoy recopilando algunas fotografías, algunas cosas que me han pasado por ahí, pero bueno, es un buen parque para ir a visitar. Espero lo disfruten y lo hayan disfrutado.
Very uncomfortable. This is a real job. Alright, here we go, folks. Watch closely. Next knife under my leg. Next candy in my face hole. The right one. You'd be surprised. Diabetes for your entertainment. I have one left. This last one's gonna get every single one of you hooping, hollering, cheering, throwing those kids high in the air, letting everybody else in the square know they're about to miss the sword swallowing show. Why you ask? Because of this last one, I'm going to toss a knife behind my back. And then attempt to eat up the last one. The trick here is timing. Yes, this has gone wrong before. Yes, I have the scars to prove it. You may even say that this is how I got into sword swallowing. One way or another. Nevertheless, watch closely. Here we go. Last knife behind my back. Last candy in my mouth and not my cheek again. Oh dear God, let this go well. I don't want to visit the hospital again, even though those nurses were really nice. Now here. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now has come the time, nay the moment, they all sat your pretty butts down to see. Let me know, are you ready to see the sword swallowing? Say yeah! Yeah! Are you ready to see the true danger? Say oh yeah! Oh yeah! Are you ready to see me die? Say huzzah!
Ah!
America in a nutshell. Obsessed with blood, death, and accidents. Let's be honest, folks. Nobody wants to see a sword swallower die. I mean, where are your parents? I'm sorry. Folks, seriously. I mean, one, if a sword swallower dies, that's a very short show. And then two, literally every single one of you can do that. That's not impressive. It takes a special form of dedicated lunacy to be able to swallow a sword and not die. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your dedicated lunatic today. May I remind you all that whenever people see the term sword swallower, a lot of them will even think that it's just a magic show, where all these swords are just trick swords and I'm tricking you into thinking that I'm actually swallowing these swords. Not the case here. Each of these swords is solid, stainless steel. They do not fold, they do not bend, they do not retract in a handle, they're not going anywhere. Oh, ha, it happens to us all once in a while. I do have this for a reason. You would have thought they were all trick swords unless you knew what one looked like. Yeah, right here, retracts into the handle. These go for a few bucks on Amazon. This is what the magicians use when they try to attempt sword swallowing. Not the case here. Using 100% solid stainless steel blades. They're not going anywhere except down the hatch without a scratch. Oh, one more thing. Oh, I'm sorry, did I ruin your TikTok? I hope you don't lose any followers. But there's one more thing that I do have to say. Just popped into my mind. It's a promise to management. I know you're not stupid, but I gotta say this anyway. Don't try this at home. Well, I know it's weird coming from me because it's pretty obvious of like how I tried it. But seriously, guys, like serious moment. Serious moment. I am a trained professional. I've been doing this for years, and I have had my fair share of accidents. Seriously, do not try this whatsoever. Save yourself a trip to the hospital. Now, I'm looking at the kids and the adults right now, because ever since the invention of the internet challenge, none of you can be trusted. Now, some of you may even make the conscious decision to go home and even try this. At that point, you're on your own. You deserve whatever you get. If you're going to swallow, please swallow responsibly.
Whoa! Oh shit!
Thank you very much, folks. That is 100% solid stainless steel right down my gullet. It'll happen right before your very eyes, and guess what? It's going to happen again. What you're witnessing here is a feat of pure mind over matter. That is, I'm using my mind to control every muscle between my mouth and my stomach to allow such a rigid piece of steel to pass through. I prove it to you now using this sword, substantially longer than the last one. The last sword just went past my heart. This one goes all the way to the pit of my stomach. And what's more, I shall prove it to you using the drop technique. I'm going to place the blade a quarter of the way in, and then I'm going to let go. And then when I feel myself aligned, I will loosen all the muscles in my stomach, allowing the blade to literally drop the rest of the way in. Yes, it's a little bit more dangerous, a little bit more sick, but do not blink, for it happens quick. The drop technique is a feat of excellence among sword swallowers. Every time I swallow a sword, it literally has to nudge my heart and lungs aside to get to the pit of my stomach. Any medical professionals in the audience, they will tell you it's true. Thus, performing the drop technique proves one thing and one thing only. I have complete and utter control over the insides of my body. And with such control, I'm able to swallow not just one, not just two, but 3 solid steel blades at the same time! About a little bit of audience participation. Every time I say 3 blades, I want you to shout back at the same time, preferably with that low voice. Don't let me down. 3 blades
At the same time!
Just the women, 3 blades. At the same time. Just the children, 3 blades.
At the same time!
Kids would. Well, folks, you're probably thinking that the major danger of this stunt is choking to death on these swords. However, that is just a danger. The major danger is that these swords were to scissor. Yeah, if that happens, it's the end of the show. Sword Swallower is dead. We go on to the crack show. I become another piece of their scenery. You know, the point is not to do that. You know, as the old saying goes, whatever doesn't kill you makes you stranger. Thanks for the vote of confidence, kid. But then, of course, whatever does kill you is not your problem anymore. So without any further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me hear you at the elephant ride. 3 blades!
At the same time!
That tongue though.
Whoa! Oh.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like I owe some of you a little bit of an apology after that one. You probably heard some noise as I was pulling the swords out. Don't be alarmed. That is a common side effect for sword swallowers. A lot of swords going down, pushes a lot of air into the stomach. It's got to come out somehow. That either results in a cough, or a burp, or I politely ask one of these children to pull my finger. Really? You have a lot of explaining to do, ma'am. Of course, yeah. Leave that kid here, he becomes one of us. It could be good. Ladies and gentlemen, even after swallowing 3 blades,
At the same time!
even after swallowing a sword using the drop technique, there's still people out there that are so skeptical, so jaded, to believe that I am not actually swallowing these swords. That all these is just magic swords, and I'm just a fake. You know what? That breaks my heart. It breaks my tiny, twisted, black, icy little heart. Because I have sacrificed so many years of my social life to perfect this.
Hey, little girl, did you know your dad's fat? Sorry, sir. Hey,
You've never had it?
because you and your wife have deserved inside?
Let's see if I can get it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh!
I'm surprised you're good at handling food. Can you imagine, sir, if I had quarter pounders here? Like, how dare you? McDonald's is thinking about you right now, sir. Come on, yeah, come on, throw it. Hemisphere, you big dummy.
Junior!
I was waiting for you. Okay, can you wait till
Oh, no, not a guy with a fat belly tattoo. Oh, yeah, baby. Bursting out, sir. One more turkey like that last bun's gonna snap off and kill a child. Oh, yeah, speaking about big old tomatoes. Hey, wait, sweetie, you have a lovely set of eyes. There you go.
Oh!
Walmart, buy 2 black beanbag chairs, just take my base and go.
Come here.
Look at it in full. Oh yeah, nice, real nice shirt, buddy. Real good, huh? Yeah, we don't like spend a year indoors and you have the gall, the audacity to wear a shirt like that. No, it's okay. I went golfing like a week after it happened and I worked the
Oh! Oh! Bueno amigos, ahora sí terminamos con este primer video, espero les haya gustado. Ya recorrimos todo y pues ahora sí es tiempo de irnos a casa. Espero les haya gustado. Y aquí terminamos el video. Gracias Dios.